We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
319!
They'll start by running the option to wing. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain
16
of 16
yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And the Bills
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
To the air, Allen. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. The Bills at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Patriots very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. First drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep, Kevin Byard. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
You're on the ball.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
Henderson, the ball
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. May. And his throw here is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
What's that?
To the air, May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And they're going to mark him down short, and maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Round 80!
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
180!
Here's Allen. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Intended for James.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
180! Alert! Half. Look out!
Allen now looks to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
The kick by Bass is good. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. This running game is so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing here is May. Short pass caught by Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a 2nd and 2.
Five. Ready, what's that?
Douglas, the man in motion. To throw, it's May. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
A loss of 2 yards.
We had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They'll throw with May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
New England.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7. Bills 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd and 1.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Bills 1st down.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Spillane. And the Pats are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6. Play action. May. Got him there. It's Kayshon Boutte. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the right side, this is Henderson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Here goes front.
Here's May. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Great job defensively taking away his receivers. And he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. May looking to run. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
From the shotgun, it's May. Gets this complete to Boutte. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Straight ahead, Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
On Henderson. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. 2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3, our score. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. For the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go. It's Henderson. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Alert, alert, alert! What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up
and his
second
play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Second and 1 now from the 21.
Hey, 19! We go!
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Now Allen. Has his man, it's Shakur. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Allen off the play fake. Shakur rolls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain
this
of
offense
16 yards.
finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, home. Half. What's that?
Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Second and 10.
Alert! What's that?
Now Allen. It's incomplete. took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
180! What's that?
To throw, it's Allen. To the right side, and he's going more complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
It's
as they'll
down.
stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Allen and the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th.
180! What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That was signaling a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
That's another Bills.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Out! 180! Hey, hold. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Gun. Hey, tight. What's that?
Allen to throw once more. And this is caught for the Bills. Touchdown. Khalil Shakir in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Bills 10, Patriots 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. May looking to run. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 35, here's second down at a yard. Again, it's Henderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's May. Completes it to Douglas. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and a yard. Looking to throw, May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
A gain of 5.
And that will bring up second down.
And 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he got a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Bills.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run again on first down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
17 yards.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
He's taken down at the
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Round 80! Half. Move it! Keep moving, boys, move it! What's that?
And now they'll throw with Allen. This one complete to Coleman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They're back backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Ready? 56, 56. Hey, tight. That's it.
Allen. Touchdown Bills. Keon Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Patriots 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to...
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Ready? Stop.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Ready? Look out!
Here's Allen. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore. A 7-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Bills 24, Patriots 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Douglas complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Throwing here is May. He'll swing this out to Henderson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw, it's May. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender over that time. It's going to lead to third down.
As soon as he leaped in and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, Garfield!
They'll throw with May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's May. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
A gain of 17 yards.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air, May. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Here goes throw.
And they go play action with May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact going on that one. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, what's up, crazy? Crazy.
They'll try and throw forward May. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Romeo Doubs, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Pats have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
makes the score Bills 24, Patriots 17.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shot at the 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Second and 7.
Crazy. Here gets it.
Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Douglas. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no doubt.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here comes 2nd down at 5. They'll drop the throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Touchdown, Bills. Oh, that's about as tough as they come here, driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game. And
it's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. This is 1st and 10.
Here goes.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
1st and 10.
Good spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit. Had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have two, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Fight Eddie! What's that?
And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a first shut it down.
First down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. No fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Back at the 46-yard line.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
On the jump.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Get it. 60 in. Take go.
They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Viking 18.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.